Welcome to Talking Football on 1252 Sports Entertainment. Welcome to Talking Football on 1252 Sports Entertainment.
All right, what's up, everybody? I am Fat Mike, and we are here for Talking Football Week 10. Joining me today is Angelo Ace Camacho and Tyler DeVos from Boss Fantasy Football. Obviously, this is not my normal setup, guys. I mean, this is no fact of the matter. It's kind of crazy. I'm at the hospital right now. Dexter's not doing too hot. She's inside. She's having some stomach issues, having some stomach pain. But we will figure that out, and I may have to cut this short depending on what's going on. But they won't let me in there with her due to COVID restrictions. So hopefully, everything's good with her. But guys, happy Sunday. What's going on?
What's up, Mike? Hopefully everything's going all right for her in there.
Mm-hmm. I hope so too. I really do. It's nuts. I'm not a fan of this whole COVID thing, and then now this is absolute bullshit. To be honest with you, it's not a fan of it. But it is what we got to do right now. So everybody has issues and everybody has problems. So we just got to figure out what the hell we got to do here to make everything better. So people wear your fucking masks, because this is the shit that hurts other people when people are in need, and they need that support person there. Make sure that if something bad like that happens, if something bad happens to someone you love or something like that, and you can't be there for them because of the whole COVID shit, it's a fucking, I don't even know where to make my words connect, but somewhere it's in there. But that's what's going on, guys. So, anyways, all right. So we are gearing up for a Week 10 of NFL action. There's a bunch of good games on this week. I'm really excited about it. But first, I don't have any of my notes. So you guys viewing, you guys are going to just kind of, everything's sitting at home. I'll even show you this. Check this out, guys. This is how ready I was for today's show. My office is actually in the stream. So, there we go. It's an empty office just hanging out there. That's how ready I was for today.
Bro, wouldn't that be wild if you went to there and somebody was fucking just taking all your shit?
Oh, Jeff, I'd fucking snap.
What the fuck? Somebody just some guy just like, shit, my bad, I gotta go.
I will say about this is, as bad as a situation as this is that I'm currently in right now, the one thing that I like about this is that I can actually smoke because I'm in my car. He doesn't let me smoke in the office, so I got to smoke in the car.
Oh, jeez. Way to promote cancer, bro.
All right, let's remove my office from the stream. All right, remove the stream. There you go. My office. And now we're back to it. Angelo, give us a rundown of Week 9 and what happened, bro.
All right, man. Week 9 was pretty up and down, honestly. A lot of games that we had picked for the PICKEMS didn't really go our way. Obviously, it started on Thursday night, Packers versus the 49ers. I think everybody knew that the Packers were going to go in there and handle their business. Then there was
you lost that one, didn't you? Because
I never picked the Packers, so I'll lose every time I pick against them and they win. So just like this week, they play Jacksonville, and I'm going to pick against them, and I'm going to lose just because I don't like the Packers. But anyways, then we had Texans versus the Jaguars. That was actually a more entertaining game than I thought it was going to be. Texans won 27-25. Washington and New York Giants, two terrible teams. Giants ended up pulling it out 23-20. the Ravens and the Colts. I don't know what Colts team showed up on Thursday, but the Colts team from last Sunday lost 24-10. Lions and the Vikings. Vikings went into Vikings in Detroit, man. They went in there and they found something with Dalvin Cook running the ball, man, and getting the ball out of Kirk Cousins' hands. Then we had the Bears.
Is something unreal, man. That guy is. I think the Bears are in for a rude awakening this coming Monday with Dalvin Cook on the field. That Dalvin Cook, man. I think he's honestly, when he's on the field, he's the best player on the field.
Yeah,
it's that. He's the most athletic running back. I think he's the most athletic running back in the league right now.
Historically, the Bears have been able to hold Dalvin Cook in check. So I mean,
right.
I'm not expecting a blow-up game. He's still going to have a great game, but it's not going to be an explosion like he's had the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We'll get into that when we talk about Week 10. But I have a feeling the Bears will be able to hold him a little better than we think. So, but then the Bears they went to Tennessee, and just when you think the offense can't look any worse, the Bears show up and play football, and then it looks even worse. They lost that game 24-17. Don't let that score fool you. It was 24-3 most of that game. Some garbage time points boosted that score more than it should have. Then we had the Chiefs and the Panthers. That ended up being a really good game. Chiefs came out on top 33-31. The Bills and the Seahawks, I didn't see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't see that
Bills and
either.
Seahawks. Bills won 44-34. Falcons and the Broncos. Falcons came out on top 34-27. Ravens and the Chargers. The Ravens won 31-26. The poor Chargers, man, they cannot seem to finish a game. It's a story every single year. Tua and the Dolphins took out Arizona 34-31. Steelers stayed undefeated in a pretty sloppy game, 24-19 against the Cowboys. And then, the Sunday night game where everybody thought it was going to be a good game. Saints ended up rolling the Buccaneers 38-3. And then Monday night was a game I don't think anybody had predicted being as good as it was. 30-27, the Patriots came out on top. So, I mean, for as bad as those
Jets,
two teams were, the game was pretty interesting.
Jets.
So,
how about those?
That's the Week 9 rundown.
Jets. That was a good rundown. Good job, Angelo. I like the rundown. But still, guys, fuck the Jets and fuck New York.
They always seem to.
I hate everything New York.
Hey, again, next time you want to place $150 on the Jets, just send it to me and I'll pay you.
I don't want to talk about it. It's only going to make me upset. I don't want to talk about it. It's only going to make me upset, and I'm already visibly upset.
Every time you bet on a New York team, every time.
I know. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. You know what? I'm just gonna. I don't know. If the Jets play the Giants, I'm just not picking that fucking game.
You should pick a tie because it'll probably end in a tie.
No, I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna pick death. I'm gonna be like, I hope both teams just die. But yeah, I mean, it was a rough week last week. So what are the standings at now, Angelo? What do we got here?
All right, so you made up ground by one game. You had the best week at 9-4. Me and Tyler tied at 8-5. Tyler's still in first place, 72-44-1. I'm at 70-46-1, and you're at 67-49-1. So slowly but surely, you're 3 games behind me, and I'm 2 games behind Tyler. So, we're in reach, man. You just have to have a good week, and I hope Tyler's just terrible.
Good. Well, he is a Packer fan, so let's just hope that, I don't know. Let's hope he's too busy fucking cheese. Let's hope next week he's too busy fucking cheese to make his picks. He's just got his full-blown fucking a piece of cheddar.
Gross. Swiss cheese in it.
Yeah.
It's already got the hole.
Trying to turn a block of American cheese into Swiss cheese with a tiny little pecker.
Yeah. All right, let's get into since we're here, we might as well do our Week 10 pick'ems.
Let's do it. Let's roll it. Guys, and again, for those of you guys that are watching, I I can't see comments. I am currently at the hospital with my fiance. She's not feeling good. She's got some shit going on, and they won't let me in there. So I'm in the emergency room parking lot, waiting for because I can't get in because of COVID restriction. So that's the deal. I know people are probably like, "What the fuck is Mike just doing in his car?" But that's that's kind of what's going on. Waiting for Megs to come on out. Hopefully everything's good. So fingers crossed. I hope everything's good. She's getting some blood work done. She's got to get a CT scan. That's the newest update. That's
If the show just ends abruptly, it's because Mike has to go. So,
well, no, I'll just exit out. You guys finish it up. I mean, honestly, if I got to go, I'll just exit out and you guys finish your round up.
Okay.
I'll kill my stream and you guys can finish it.
All right, so we'll jump right into it. Week 10, starting off with the Texans and the Browns. I'll start. I'm gonna go Cleveland in this game. Every time I pick the Texans, they just seem to shit the bed. So I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Tyler, go ahead.
I'll take Cleveland too. This is going to be a terrible game. The weather report's saying there's going to be up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So if you're starting Baker or Baker, I would start Baker. Temper your expectations with Deshaun Watson. But yeah, this is going to be a sloppy game, low scoring. There's not going to be many field goals.
Do you even kick them? No, right.
Anything more than 35 yards is not even worth trying. It's going to go completely sideways. Yeah.
You're going to look like Cody Parkey throwing chicken balls all over the place. Mike, how about you?
I'm going to roll with Cleveland as well. I know that there's reports that Nick Chubb may be back today. I don't know if that is still the case, but I know they're also getting their big guard back today as well in today's game, which definitely helps out.
Yeah.
Since he's been gone, the Cleveland Browns have only been rushing. They're rushing the ball at a clip of under 100 yards a game. While he's in the game, they're rushing the ball over 180 yards a game. So I mean, that's a big addition back to that O-line. I mean, guys, that's what an O-line is supposed to look like. Being Bears fans, that's what a fucking O-line is supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like those big brown dogs that they got out there. Those big orange and brown dogs. What do they call it? The dog pound O-line, man. Mm-hmm. That's what the O-line is supposed to look like. I am going Cleveland in this game in a landslide. It's supposed to rain all day, like Tyler said, with wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. So it should be a real nasty, sloppy game. It should be a fun one to watch, but I'm taking Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be very fun. It'd be fun to watch because of how bad it's going to look. I think it'll be one of those games.
If you love old school football, it's a game for you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's going to be a sloppy, wet mess.
Second matchup, we have the Washington football team taking on the Detroit Lions. Tyler, why don't you start us off?
I got the Lions. I don't think this is going to be a very good game, but Patricia's still coaching for his job, even though he's terrible. I still think they pulled off, though, with Alex Smith making his first start here, and I just had a notification. His first start in 728 days.
Oof.
That's pretty impressive.
All right. Mike, how about you? Who do you have?
I'm going to take the Washington football team in this game. I liked what I saw to Alex Smith last week leading the charge, making it a game last week a little bit, just falling. But they lost last week, correct? Just falling short.
Yeah.
But he did lead the team back into that game. And listen, Antonio Gibson, that guy out there running the ball, I mean, he's a guy, Tyler, you could probably check it. He's available in a couple bit of leagues. I know I picked him up. I picked him up off the waiver wire, and I've been really impressed with the guy. He's just a guy that I'm not starting all the time, but the guy still gets me 11 points a week. I do like Antonio Gibson, and I like Alex Smith to win this game. That team in Detroit is very, very, very bad. They are not a good team. Matt, like Tyler said, Matt Patricia's coaching for his job, coaching for his life. Fat Matt Patricia. But
you guys could do a show together after he gets fired.
Yeah,
Fat Matt and Mike show. The Fat Matt and Mike.
We'll call it. I don't know. We'll call it the Fat Pat show or something like that.
Call it the Fat M&Ms. Oh, yeah. That'd be awesome.
It could be better than that. We got to come up with a better name. Anyways, I'm taking the Washington football team in this game. Angelo, you turn.
Tyler, what were you going to say?
Antonio Gibson is rostered 92% of leagues, so not very available.
Oh, damn. So people got hot on him after that then.
This one's tough for me. I am going to take Detroit. I just think, like Tyler said, Patricia's, coaching for his life. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, ground and pound. Neither team is really good. Both defenses are suspect. I just think it'll be kind of a piss-poor game. All right, now on to the Buccaneers and the Panthers. This game, I'll start. If the Buccaneers lose this game, you have to just kind of throw the narrative out that they're one of the top teams in the NFC because of the way they looked on Sunday night. And then if they come in this week and lose, it's going to be a bad look for these guys. I'm going to go. This one's hard because the Panthers looked really good last week too. I'm going to say that Tom Brady and the Bucs have a bounce back game. I see this being similar to Sunday night. I think the Bucs are going to go in there and just roll the Panthers. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm on your page too, man. I'm taking the Bucs here. After every loss this year, the Bucs have bounced back to win the game by more than 10 points the next week. And I have a feeling that Tom Brady goes out there and rolls this team. Again, with the Carolina Panthers, no Christian McCaffrey this week with a bummed up shoulder. Mr. Reliable is now looking like Mr. Glass. He had an ankle injury, high ankle sprain. And now he's got a bum shoulder, so Mike Davis is back in the mix again this week. So if you guys do have him on your teams, I would start him. He's going to did a damn good job filling those roles for Christian McCaffrey over the previous weeks. But in this game, I'm taking Tom Brady and the Bucs, and I expect Gronk with a touchdown this week. Boom! I'm taking the Bucs by at least 10.
Yeah, that's a good bet. Tyler, how about you?
I got the Bucs. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like that. So the line's been fluctuating. So the line started out around 4.5, and it got up to 6.5 on DraftKings. If it gets to 7 or higher, I would take the Panthers to cover the points, but I think the Bucs still win this week.
Yeah, it's I just think Tom Brady and them are going to be out to make a statement. A game of the shitty division. We have the Eagles versus the Giants. Mike, why don't you start us off on this one?
Fucking Eagles. Fuck the New York Giants.
You sure you don't want to bet a New York
That's
team?
all I got. I don't want to elaborate on the fucking New York Giants, okay? Everybody knows I fucking hate the New York Giants. I'm taking the Eagles.
That's true.
I'm taking the Eagles.
Tyler,
Fucking
what about you?
New York Giants.
I'll take the Eagles. Devontae Freeman was just placed on IR. That Giants team is just so bad. I don't see them beating the Eagles. The Eagles aren't very good either, but they're not as bad as Giants.
Is Alshon Jeffrey back? Does anybody know? I think he is.
Alshon Jeffrey is back.
Oh, that's it right there. Philadelphia all the way. Super Bowl, baby. When he's healthy, I'll take Philly in that game. There's not much we really got to get into on that.
He'll be healthy for this game, and that's it.
Yeah, then he'll be hurt.
No shit. And he's going to tear a labia, and he's going to be out for the year again.
I don't know if there's any more certain win than this game, Packers versus the Jaguars. I'll start it off. I never picked the Packers, so I'm gonna pick Jacksonville because I just hate the Packers. I know they're gonna win, but I'm just gonna pick Jacksonville just in case.
I know. Go ahead, Ty. I'll let you go.
All right, so I'm taking the Packers here. This is going to be another windy game with wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour, so temper your expectations with the passing games. But it's going to be the Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams show. They're gonna run it down that Jacksonville defense.
Man, it don't matter how windy it is. Aaron Rodgers is gonna cut that ball through the wind. It doesn't matter. This game's gonna be 37-10 easily. This game is gonna be a shit show, and I picked the Jaguars, and I know it's gonna be a shit show. Mike, who do you have?
I'm going to take the Packers, but I will say this. I know on FanDuel Sportsbook, I got it earlier in the week at Jacksonville plus 14. So I do like Jacksonville with the points in this game. I do like Jacksonville with the points this game, but I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to the outright win.
As of right now on DraftKings, the spread is 14 right now.
Oh, there you go. And if you guys, I mean, like Tyler just said, you guys listening, that's a pretty big spread for windy, shitty conditions. I like Jacksonville with that spread, but I do like the Packers to win outright.
Yeah.
I teased it down to so I got in like 2 days ago. I teased the Packers down to 7, and this morning before we hopped on the show, I teased them down to 7.5. I like that a lot more than the 14.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, next matchup, boys. The Bills versus the Cardinals. Mike, you want to start?
Yeah, I could start. I didn't see the Buffalo Bills last week beating Seattle. But I really like this Cardinals team. I'm gonna take Arizona. I'm gonna take Arizona in this game.
All right, Ty, how about you?
I'll take Buffalo. I think they're going to keep the momentum rolling. I like both teams here. It's just going to be a nice, close, good game. I just think Buffalo pulls out on top.
Yeah, I agree with Tyler. I think Buffalo's gonna end up winning. They looked okay last week. I think the Cardinals lost to the Dolphins. The way the Bills looked against Seattle, they put up a lot of points. So I think they're going to have another game similar to last week. So I got Buffalo. Now the Chargers Chargers versus the Dolphins. Tyler, you want to go first?
Yeah, I got the Dolphins. The Dolphins defense playing fantastic. Since I think it's week 3, the Dolphins defense is 7th in DVOA, and Tua played great last week. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're missing Preston Williams this week, or he's on IR now, and along with Myles Gaskin. But I think that defense can hold the Chargers in check.
Oh man, eventually you have to think the Chargers are going to end up closing out one of these games, right? You would think eventually.
Don't fucking bet on that. Don't bet on that.
I don't know, man. Justin Herbert looks so good, and then they just can't fucking secure a win ever. Their defense is terrible. When you need them to step up in a big game, they just don't. I like Miami too. I just think Tua is getting a little more comfortable with the offense. I think it was a smart move to move on from Fitzpatrick, as much as it was kind of a weird spot to do it. I know that there was talks about waiting a year. I think, especially with this draft, you needed to know if Tua was the guy or not. So I got Miami beating the Chargers.
I'm going to go Oppo on this one. I do, only because I need to make up ground. I think the Dolphins are going to win, but since my hand is forced where I can catch up some ground, I'm going to take the Chargers on this one. Hopefully Justin Herbert has a good day. And, I do think the Dolphins are going to win this game, though. Like Tyler said, that defense has been playing outright fucking out of their mind the last couple of weeks. They've been playing really good football. I do like Tua. It looks like finally Alabama has a Alabama byproduct is finally going to do something in the NFL. But I'm going to take the Chargers just to make a little bit of ground up this week.
Yeah, and that's a smart. Out of all the games that you could be like, hey, I need to pick the opposite just to try to make up that. I think this is one of those games that really could go either way.
Right.
Well, it's definitely not a bad play by you to try to make up.
I mean, both teams score a lot of points. The Chargers score points.
Right.
And I mean, it doesn't matter who they're playing. They score points because either they find themselves in garbage time or they give up a big lead. So, I mean, it's one of the two.
It's crazy because, like, the Chargers have used a lot of different guys this year to really put points on the board. Like last year, it was a lot of, Phillip Rivers to Keenan Allen or Austin Eckler, and that was it. But this year, they're really getting the ball distributed to a lot of different guys, which is, you got to think, if you're a Chargers fan, that's encouraging to see.
Right.
Next game is the Broncos and the Raiders. I will start. I have the Raiders. I think this is going to be a lopsided victory. Unfortunately, the Vic Fangio experience in Denver, I don't think is going to last much longer. Tyler?
I got the Raiders as well. Derek Carr. So fantasy-wise, he's not been a very good quarterback this year. But all all real metrics to base quarterbacks on, he has been playing great this year. That whole team's going good. John Gruden's got that team well rounded. I think they're going to destroy the Broncos this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Raiders as well. I mean, I think this is a no-brainer. Denver, I mean, they are looking a little bit better. I do like Drew Lock. I like KJ Hamler coming back healthy finally, but I just don't think they have enough on defense to keep up with the high-powered you don't think of them as a high-powered offense, but they are. They are. Josh Jacobs has been killing it. Darren Waller has been killing it. David Carr has been killing it. You don't think of them as a high-powered offense, but they are, and that's why I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah, it's like I said, the Vic Fangio experience I think is going to be over after this season. This game, I'm interested to see the Seahawks versus the Rams. The last 2 weeks, the Seahawks have looked pretty shaky, and the Rams have seemed to like kind of find their way. I'll start off. I think Seattle's going to get the win. I think Russell Wilson is just going to force his way to win today. The defense for the Rams is good. I just expect Goff to make one too many mistakes, and that's how I think it's gonna go. Tyler?
All right, in this game, I got the Rams. This game is going to be a fantastic game to watch, though. So throw in all of your Rams players and all your DFS lineups this week because that Seattle defense is miserable. They're giving up. They're on pace right now to give up more yards to the wide receiver position than any team of all time.
Oh.
So I'm throwing all my Rams and DFS lineups. But on the other side, though, you got DK Metcalf matched up against Jalen Ramsey this week. That's the best cornerback matchup of the week.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one, guys. I like the Seahawks in this one. They put up a lot of points. I don't think the Rams are a good team. I think they're phonies. I think that team is nothing but a bunch of phonies. Sean McVay, he's a great coach. I think he's been figured out a little bit. And I think Pete Carroll has his number. You look at last year. Last year, both teams were getting in the hunt. Seattle had a chance to take over the division in the last 2 weeks. They did their job against the Rams, beat the Rams, and they lost the final week, missing out of the division, that division title, that division, the winners of that division. I think Pete Carroll definitely has Sean McVay's number, and I'm taking the Seahawks. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be high scoring. Seattle can't they can't stop anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Seattle.
I just don't like the Rams. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm jealous that I wish Matt Nagy was Sean McVay. That's why I just don't ever want them to win. Maybe it's because they beat us.
I wish a cardboard cutout could do a better job than fucking.
Hey, man, we'll get to that shit in a little bit. This game also, the next game, I think is going to be a good game. Steelers and the Bengals. Mike, why don't you start us off on this one?
I'm going with the upset here, guys. I think the reign of terror for the Pittsburgh Steelers is over at 8-0. They will be 8-1 by the time this game is over with. And a quick little bet, I got a parlay for you guys. If you guys believe in me on a parlay, I took this parlay today. The Bengals are at plus 6.5 right now. I like that parlay. You could parlay it up, same game parlay on FanDuel Sportsbook. Bengals plus 6.5. And anytime touchdown scorer, T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. I do like that payout. It's a nice payout, guys. I do like it. If you guys are looking for a parlay, that's the one I would go with.
I have a parlay I'll discuss a little bit later when we get into the bets that I
parlay these nuts.
Oh, got him.
Got him.
Tyler, who do you have?
I got the Steelers. The best team. It's the best well-rounded team in the league. I think it's gonna be
really struggled against the Cowboys there, though, Ty.
This is true. This is true. Hey man, every team
you fucking hate Mike McCarthy about as much as I hate the fucking New York Giants, and they struggled with the shitty Dallas Cowboys.
They did struggle with them, yeah, and it is fuck Mike McCarthy.
First off, hold on, really quick. Okay, I get that you're okay. I get you're taking the Steelers, but how the fuck do they struggle against the Dallas Cowboys. How does any team struggle with the Dallas Cowboys at this point? They found a random fucking guy on the street, the quarterback for him last week.
Hey, whoa,
Like, hey, dude,
whoa. Don't
what hand do you
disrespect
throw
Garrett
with,
Gilbert
right or
like
left?
that.
Maybe both. They
Don't
just pick some
disrespect
random
Garrett
guy. Like,
Gilbert
hey,
like
what hand do
that,
you throw
man.
with? He's like, what hand do you throw with?
Hold on. I'll defend Tyler. The Steelers were 7-0. No way did they have any interest in even practicing for the Cowboys because the Cowboys have been so bad. So it makes sense that they came out a little sluggish. Plus, Ben got banged up a little bit during the game. But what happened? They found a way to win the game. You wake up, you have a cup of coffee, and you find a way to win the game.
Holy fuck!
I got my cup of coffee right here, but I give that's a shout out to David Kaplan. I'm gonna go with you though, Mike. I think Cincy's gonna win this game, just because this is the first time the Steelers were 8-0, right? I don't see them going 9-0. I think they're just gonna play a little slow. You know, it's got to end sometime, right? They're not gonna go undefeated.
I believe this is a weather game as well. I think this one is up to 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
Bro, what the fuck?
Joe Burrow can do it.
Well,
I believe in Joe Burrow.
I don't think Mixon is playing, right?
What's that?
Joe Mixon isn't playing. I think
Joe Mixon is out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with that guy? He's got a migraine or something? What the fuck's the matter with him?
All my running backs, man, they're always out. Every single one. I hate fantasy football this year.
Really quick on a fantasy football note, I just made a really great trade in my big money league. I think Tyler will be intrigued to hear this, and so will you, Angelo. I traded away Brandon Ayuk, Ronald Jones, and Mike Davis for one.
Who?
You guys ready?
Julio.
Green Bay running back Jones, baby.
What?
I can never have a Packer player on my team. I don't care. They don't sit on my team. They sit on the bench.
Did you take that guy's phone and make the trade for him? What the hell is he thinking?
Hey man, I was like, listen, I need a running back. He really liked Brandon Ayuk, and the swing favor was in his favor. So it worked out good. So
man, that poor guy's gonna regret the shit out of that.
I think so too. He's in my division. He's only behind 2 games. I'm 8-1 in that league.
All right, so then the next game is the 49ers and the Saints. I don't think we really have to talk much about this game. I got the Saints in a roll. I don't think the 49ers are very good. I don't think Jimmy G is the answer. I don't think their backup is the answer. I don't think their third string is the answer.
You don't like Nick Mullins?
No.
Yeah, Nick Mullins is better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think either of them have what it takes to outthrow Drew Brees. Sorry. Well, I don't know. They also do have a better offensive line than the Bears, but we'll talk about that.
No George Kittle, though.
No.
I'm taking the Saints, too. I think this is an all-out route. I think Drew Brees goes nuts. I think he goes ham in this game. I'm taking the Saints.
I also have the Saints.
Oh, that's a quick, clean sweep. Sunday night game. Oh, go ahead, Ty.
Hold on. To go back to the Pittsburgh game, that is another game, wind gust of 40 to 55 miles an hour.
Bro, it's just a windstorm all
season. The whole
season.
entire United States is under a wind gust.
It's just the 3 games I've said. So the other games don't really worry about it too much. It's just those 3 games are big weather concerns.
All right. Sunday night football. Ravens versus the Patriots. Ugh. Tyler, you go first.
The Ravens are going to steamroll that shitty-ass New England team.
Yeah. Mike?
I'm taking the Ravens, but I think it's going to be a closer game than what you think. That offense for the Baltimore Ravens has not looked good. Earlier this week, talking with Rich Eisen, or was it Rich Eisen? Who the hell was it? I think it was Rich Eisen. Lamar Jackson legit said he's sitting there across the line, and people are calling out the plays that they know that they're going to run. defensive side of the ball. Defense is calling out what Lamar Jackson is doing. So obviously they're tipping, or he just can't throw the fucking ball. I mean, I don't know what's going on. They keep.
I think
formation.
that's more accurate. That he just can't.
Listen, I like Lamar Jackson. I think the kid's a stud. I'd like to see him because when he does stay in the pocket, he does show signs of really good quarterback skills. He steps up the right way. When he doesn't rush, when he doesn't go off and just be like, all right, peace, I'm out. You know what I mean? When he actually plays quarterback, he's a decent quarterback. That's why I like him so much. But there's something on the offensive side needs to change. But it's where the defense don't know what the fuck they're going to do. But
so here's the problem with the NFL right now.
I do like the Ravens in this game.
Go ahead.
And I'm taking the Ravens.
I got the Ravens also. I just think the Patriots are just a bad team. Here's my thing about the NFL. Anytime a quarterback comes out and just starts running the ball all over the field, they automatically throw him as the MVP, period. It doesn't matter if he can throw the ball. It is true. That's just what happened last year. It is.
One time.
What happened last year. Patrick Mahomes is good, obviously. But
Pat Mahomes threw for fucking 50 touchdowns, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. But here's the thing.
Lamar Jackson had a fantastic year.
I don't think it was as good passing as it was rushing. You know what I mean? And that's what I think put him over the top. I don't think he's a terrible passer. I just don't think he's a great passer. He's not Patrick Mahomes. And people were like, oh, my God. If you look at their careers later, you'll see that Lamar Jackson was better than – no, that's bullshit. No way.
I'm going to stop you really quick. Not many people are Patrick Mahomes besides Patrick Mahomes. All right, Lamar Jackson is today's Michael Vick is what he is. Even Michael Vick says he's a lot better than what I was. So, I mean, Lamar Jackson is a stud. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. He is a good quarterback. He's a very, very good quarterback, dual threat quarterback. And he does have a cannon when he decides to throw it downfield. The problem with the Baltimore Ravens is that they don't give that fucking guy any help. You got Hollywood Brown, whoopie-doo. You got Willie Snead, whoopie-fucking-doo. You got Mark Andrews. That's a good piece. You got a banged-up, getting older and older by the day, Mark Ingram. All right? You finally go out and get this kid, J.K. Dobbins, and they're starting fucking Gus Edwards above him. All right? This team is going to be a good team. They got to get him a legit offensive weapon. Get him somebody like a Devontae Adams, Julio Jones. You're going to see his numbers fucking skyrocket, brother. I'm telling you.
I got an idea. The Bears franchise tag Allen Robinson and then trade him to the Ravens
for a third-round pick.
You could probably get a third-round, late second. I think.
I didn't get a third-round pick.
Yeah, I would do that. You're not going anywhere as the Bears anyway. So speaking of the Bears.
I think you're thinking.
Speaking of the Bears, on national.
Send him to the Packers for a second-round pick. I'll take that.
Bro, if the Packers are willing to give a second round, you can have him. Because let me tell you what.
I've said it once before.
Send him over.
If I was Allen Robinson dealing with this, I've said it on my show, the Fat Mike Show. I've said it here with you guys on Talking Football. If I was Allen Robinson, I am fucking deucing out of Chicago. Be like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go play catch with a Hall of Fame quarterback and Aaron Rodgers for 2 years until Jordan Love takes the job over. Then me, Allen Robinson, I know I don't look like him. I'm a lot more prettier than he is. But right now, I'm playing Allen Robinson.
You got a better haircut than him.
All right, so check this out. So me, Allen Robinson, I'm going to go to Green Bay for 2 years, play catch with Aaron Rodgers for 2. By the time he's done, I'm only 29, 30 years old. I'm signing another big deal with Patrick Mahomes or somebody along the lines of that because I'm going to be in my age 30 season. I'll be catching balls left and right from another Hall of Fame quarterback, solidifying my spot and shrine in the bust of my beautiful, beautiful head in Canton, Ohio. That's what I'd be doing if I was Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
the poor
such
guy.
A shame. It's such a shame the quarterback
the fucking guy has literally had Blake Bortles and Mitchell Trubisky, and now this fucking poop dick Nick Foles throwing the fucking ball.
Hold on. So he's had Blake Bortles Jr., and Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Blake Bortles and Mitch Trubisky are the same quarterback.
Actually, I think Blake Bortles is a little better, but that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah. I don't trust anybody named Blake.
Blake is kind of a huge name.
When the Bears drafted Mitch Trubisky, I started calling him Blake Bortles, man. And there was so many people that would lose their mind. Oh, Blake Bortles sucks. He's a lot better. He's a lot better. Oh, how the turntables now.
Bro, I
Like,
wish.
nobody
I,
has
I
anything to
wish.
I
say.
did think Blake Bortles. I'm not gonna lie. I did think Blake Bortles coming out. I thought he was going to be the next Big Ben. I really
Nope.
did.
He's the next big shit.
But now he's more like the actual real Big Ben, like the Big Ben in England,
clock.
the big clock.
Yeah.
He's like that Big Ben.
Doesn't
He
move.
doesn't have any arm.
Yeah,
He doesn't have any arm, and he can't fucking move anywhere.
And he's right once or twice a day, right? Isn't that what they say? Broken
Yeah,
clock,
broken clock is right twice a day.
Right. All right.
That was the fucking dumbest dad joke at the right time. You're so stupid.
That's my shit. Dad jokes is where that's my forte. But now speaking of forte, nice transition into a Monday night football game that I'm already listen. For anybody listening at home, I apologize in advance for putting you through what you're going to have to sit through on Monday night to watch the Chicago Bears offense snail crawl to a victory. I'll start. I usually finish. I will start. I have the Bears winning in a hideous fucking game, 17-13. That's what I think this game is going to be. But I think the Bears end up pulling it out just to piss me off. Mike?
Tyler, go ahead. I'll go last this week.
Tyler, go.
I got the Vikings. That Bears team is miserable, man. Miserable.
They are bad.
Is that how you're going to say? You're going to leave it to me now to bring the fucking pain? Is that what
Well,
you're doing?
Okay.
Brock
okay, I'll
Lesnar
go.
us right now. Fuck.
So the Bears defense is fantastic, but that offense is probably one of the worst offenses I've ever seen. Hey, man,
We're taking a tiny little thing from fucking Pardon My Take. I love those guys over at Barstool. But now Tyler's saying something nice about the Chicago Bears. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it.
But no, that
All right, here I go.
offense
I'm going to bring the heat. Fuck this game. This game is going to suck balls. And I think Minnesota is going to beat the pants off the Bears this week. I'm taking the Vikings. The Bears offense is fucking terrible. Terrible. No David Montgomery. He's out. Concussion. His brains got scrambled last week. All right. So he's right now this week, he's eating food through a fucking tube because the guy forgot how to chew because his brains are so scrambled. Okay. Now we got to go deal with Dalvin Cook for fucking. It's not going to be fun, guys. We got to deal with Dalvin Cook for 60 minutes of this game. This dude, like I said earlier in the show, when this guy's on the field, he's the best player on the field. This week, he's going up against Khalil Mack. It's going to be tough. He's going up against Key Mix. He's going up against fucking, if you even want it, Eddie Jackson, who can't fucking tackle anybody. He's going up against Kyle Fuller, who can't fucking tackle anybody. All right? I'm so sick of watching this defense trying to get takeaways. It's disgusting. Make the fucking play. I want to see you hit somebody hard. I think the Vikings win this game 24-10. And I really do. I really, really do. Nobody has been able to stop Dalvin Cook this year. This fucking Bears team, guys. I'm gonna go into it really quick again here. We're gonna venture off into this because now we're venturing off into our Bears talk where we bitch. Okay, Angelo. It just so happens where it works out this way this week is they're the last fucking shitty fucking game on this week. I want to be stuck watching this shithole fucking team on Monday night primetime television. What have they done to deserve a primetime TV slot besides losing fucking 3 straight fucking games here? This team fucking sucks. I'm not buying this shit no more. They are going to be lucky to win another fucking game this year. They suck. They're going to lose Monday. They're going to go on their bye and come back just in time for the Green Bay Packers to ram a fucking block of cheese down their throats because this team fucking sucks. They suck. They are honestly, I'm so fucking sick of this team, dude. I'm a Bear fan. I'm wearing my Bear hat. But at least, like I said, shit in one hand, wish in the other, and see which one fills up faster. That's what this team is. It's shit. Angelo fucking yawning. Fuck you. All right? I'm telling you, this team sucks.
Are you finished?
I don't know yet. I might get pissed off again.
All right. So hear me out. Who would you rather
I
have?
don't want to hear you.
Kirk Cousins?
Ted Phillips, I'm hearing you out.
No. Who would you rather have, Kirk Cousins or Ryan Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill.
Right. The Bears did a good job of holding Derrick Henry at bay last week, right? There's no fucking way possible that this game is going to be a blowout. It just won't be because Kirk Cousins can't beat this team. Dalvin Cook is the only way this Vikings team is going to win. We've seen it. The Bears have beaten the Vikings every time they've played them because what do? They take away the run game and they make Kirk Cousins have to beat them. And he can't because he's fucking terrible. Yeah, our quarterback issue is terrible also, but hold on. It's not just bad quarterback play, right? It's a terrible offensive line, which was not helped out at all by the play calling. At all, period. I don't care what anybody says. The play calling was terrible. Yes, there's some bullshit with David Montgomery. I like Ryan Nall. I think he's a more north-south runner, and I think that helps this Bears offensive line because they don't have to worry about, is this guy going to try to shimmy shake through the line that way or this way? It's hand the fucking ball. I think they're going to have to be under center a lot more this game. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
You're going to have to shimmy shake with that offensive line. By the time you get the ball, you already got somebody in the backfield.
Right, but here's the problem, right? It's because they play the fucking shotgun all the time, right? They play the shotgun all the time. That doesn't help any running back ever. Unless you're fucking a superstar. Running from the shotgun, you're already 5-6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. With an offensive line that's as bad as the Bears, you're basically at a fucking disadvantage, right? I think with the play calling switch, they're going to run a little more under center. What's this guy doing? Robbing cars and shit?
Oh, my phone's hot as shit. I feel like it's going to blow up.
Well, if it does, we know what happened. I'm obviously the Bears are my favorite team, right? And I don't think that they're a very good team. Mike, I think you're a little outrageous with no more wins this year. We're not lucky enough to have that happen. Period. Are we? Are we lucky?
It's going to be a struggle for this team, man. I'm telling you. I'm looking at their schedule now. They go play the Vikings here Monday night. Then they're on their bye week. Green Bay, they're going to get fucking rolled by. The meathead Bear fans. I mean, we know the truth, man. Like they're not going to beat Green Bay. It's just not going to happen. Then they play a Lions team who they almost lost to, and they should have lost to if DeAndre Swift didn't have fucking cinder blocks or hooks for hands. They would have. Then they play a really shitty Texans team, and then Minnesota again. So it's listen. I don't think the Bears are going to win this Monday. I really don't believe so. There's nothing that has shown me with this Bears team that says they can beat this Minnesota Viking team. The defense, yes, the defense has been great. They've been okay. I mean, they've been good. They've been serviceable. But missing open tackles, that's not good. You can't do that. You can't miss open tackles. Granted, they stuffed Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry's a different running back than Dalvin Cook is. They're two different monsters. I don't see the Bears being able to completely quiet Dalvin Cook Monday night. I really don't see it. And that's why I'm taking the Vikings. Like I said, 24-10.
Here's the thing.
The Bears.
Go ahead, Mike. Or Tyler, go ahead.
The Bears do have primetime Kirk Cousins working in their favor. Kirk Cousins is miserable.
Yeah, he's like, what, 0-9 in primetime?
Yeah, he's going to be 0-10.
So he's due. All you're saying is that he's due.
Listen.
He's 0-9. He's due.
I don't want to fucking support. I don't want to try to have to defend this shitty Bears team like you're making me have to defend them right now because they're a terrible team. They're a terrible team to watch. It's been a shit show since the double doink bullshit. And honestly, it was a shit show starting before that, but it's just been worse. But Derrick Henry, I thought, was going to roll this Chicago Bears team. One, because they can't tackle, right? But they held him at bay. He didn't score a touchdown. He had under 80 yards, 85 yards, under? No fucking way I thought that was happening. Dalvin Cook is fast, right? But I think if you can bottle up Dalvin Cook and Kirk Cousins has to be the reason they win, they will lose. And you're making me defend a shitty team that I don't really want to defend, but in reality,
making you do anything.
I ain't making you do nothing. You could just make the logical choice and say the Vikings are going to win the fucking game.
I don't think they're going to, though. Like, I legit don't think they're going to. Not just me being a Bears fan. I just don't think the Vikings are as good as they've looked the last couple of weeks. They're just not. All they have is Dalvin Cook. Once you bottle up Cook, Kirk Cousins isn't beating anybody.
I don't know. That
Period.
Jefferson kid's pretty good. That
He's
Adam
not.
Thielen's still pretty good.
And
Yeah, they still have
the
Thielen.
Vikings.
And don't forget, we're talking about a Viking team who just beat the fucking Packers a few weeks ago.
Yes, they did. Hey, what do you guys
Hey.
what do you guys think about Matt
Mike's gone.
Nagy giving up the play call?
It's about fucking time. I'll go ahead, Angela. I'll let you take this first. Go ahead. I think Angela's so
I think
frozen. Oh.
it was due.
It was, yeah.
I think it was due to happen. I think it's unfortunate, but I do think it needed to be done. I think that he just wasn't seeing what needed to be done. I think he was too stubborn. I think it was huge that he gave up play calling, for one, because being a guy that was brought in to be that offensive guru, to give up the play calling is basically saying, hey, I'm fucking this up. Somebody help us out. I think it'll be a more simple offensive playbook. I think it'll be something that's similar to a Seattle type of playbook, except for the running quarterback thing, where they're going to focus a lot on running the ball more than throwing the ball. And that's what you have to do with an offensive line that's as bad as the Bears. That's why I think this team is – I don't think they're going to win fucking 4 more games, but I don't think they're going to lose out the rest of the schedule because, one, it's so hard to just predict every game in the NFL, right? There's always a chance for any team. Jacksonville, really – Aaron Rodgers could get sacked the first play of the game, and they could come out and win. Anything could fucking happen. Dalvin Cook has been known to get hurt, right? He's gotten hurt against the Bears. Anything can happen. And the Bears just have this thing about them where when they play against the NFC North, they try harder. They do. I just don't think – I think they'll win Monday, and then I give them maybe 1 more or 2 more games because we're not lucky enough as Bears fans for them to shit the bed the whole season and end at 5-11. We're just not.
Of the next 3 games, I think the Bears win 1, and I think it's against Detroit, if that's the case. Tyler, you asked me about what I think about Coach Nagy giving up the playbook. I'm happy. Hopefully we don't see any more. I mean, we're going to see him this week. I got that memo this morning. Obviously, we're going to see Cordero Patterson a lot tomorrow. And fucking that's fantastic, let me tell you. All right. But, I mean, we have no other option besides Ryan Nall. And there's another guy that they got back.
Lamar Miller.
But
Is Lamar Miller active?
Yeah, well, no, they're Pierce. They got a guy named
Davis Pierce.
The squad, so.
Davis Pierce?
So, but yeah. I'm happy that he gave the play calling. Hopefully, Bill Lazor, that's who's taking over the play calling this week. Hopefully, Bill Lazor has something up his sleeve where we can get a spark in this offense. But I do firmly believe that this offensive line is so bad that it's not going to matter. Like I really don't think. I mean, honestly, you're just not going to see as much cuteness is what I think you're going to see out of Bill Lazor's playbook. I think you're going to see more running the ball, maybe, possibly. But I wouldn't even say that that's going to be tomorrow night because the guy that we need to run the ball is hurt with a concussion. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's kind of like week to week right now and what's going on. But it is a big step. Like Angelo said, it is a big step for a guy now to sit back and look and watch the game, see if he sees something different to where now he can suggest it instead of running off of a scripted playbook. And that's what I want to see because nobody runs a scripted playbook. This isn't Madden. This is not fucking Madden 20. You got to be able to make adjustments when need be and find openings and see something that your opponent did the play before on the last set of downs that you had offensively. Maybe they do it again. Is it something that they do over and over and over again? Is if I put this guy in motion, are they now dropping the zone or are they going to stay man on him? Stuff like that. That's what needs to be seen from this offense. But first and foremost, like I said, like Yurko said, like Angelo, I've told you, Tyler, I've told you, I've told everybody this. It starts with your own line, and it's like I said, less cuteness but same result is what I think.
I think it's going to be too difficult to really make a determination until we see what happens Monday. If they come out and they look just as bad, then go ahead.
You can only do so much with the personnel you're given, right, Angelo?
Right. 100%.
So I mean, we both know that O-line is absolutely atrocious.
Right.
All right. So I mean, honestly, I just think you're gonna not see as many fucking jet sweeps or screens out to Cordero Patterson now. One, because now he has to be the starting running back tomorrow night, and two, the fucking shit didn't work when David Montgomery was up. And I think Bill Lazor has seen it. So now you're gonna see something that you're not gonna be as cute. I don't see Nick Foles going out for a fucking touchdown pass. I don't see Nick Foles playing wide receiver and Cordero Patterson throwing him the ball. That's the only thing that Nagy hasn't done this year, by the way. All right, I'm still waiting for that to happen. When he gets pissed off and wants the playbook back, Nick Foles going out for a fucking tutty catch.
That'll be the game-winning play tomorrow night for the Bears. Watch.
Yeah,
watch.
Yeah, exactly. Special. Because Cordero Patterson will throw a pick six.
Oh, why you gotta be so negative?
Or Nick Foles catches it and gets bopped and fumbles the ball.
Blown up. Boom!
Yep.
Blown
up. Like straight up blown up. Like you're waiting, licking your fucking chops, waiting to take that dude's block right off his shoulders.
Oh,
and
God.
I'll be honest.
Fumbles the ball, and some big fat D lineman takes it 98 yards for a fucking tutty score. That would be fantastic. You know, and honestly, I honestly hope something like that, something that drastic does happen. You want to know why? Just to piss off the meathead fucking Bear fans. Like, really, but go the Bears! Yeah! Go Bears! They're 5-4, and they should be fucking 2-6.
Right.
2-7.
Hold on. You always about the meathead Bear fan thing. Here's the thing. 2020 has been I fucking said this on your show.
I don't care.
I said this in previous Talking Football shows. Yo, when they were 5-1, did I think they were going to fucking go 10-6? No, absolutely not. But I knew that it was a terrible fucking year.
Legit.
Actually, you did.
Legit.
No.
You thought they were legit.
Wait, we got to go to replay.
If you watch back the episodes,
go 10-6.
I never once thought this team was really in contention for anything, ever.
I'm
period.
Pretty sure you said this Bears team was going to
not
go 10-6.
one bit.
We're gonna pull up the files. We're gonna open the show next week with your clips.
Go watch the episode of the Fat Mike show when we had Greg Braggs on. I was legit in that, and I said the Bears would go 9-7, which they still could.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna pull the. I'm gonna verdict either guilty or not guilty. I'll pull the verdict and we'll play it next week on Talking
because
Football.
This is what happened. I gave two outcomes. I gave a realistic and a meathead, where I said Mitch would come in and save the season, and the Bears would go 15-1. I did say that. Then I also gave a realistic one where I thought the Bears would go 8-8, 9-7. I do still see 8-8 being the ultimate fucking ending of this season because that's just the way the Bears are. They'll win tomorrow. They'll lose to the Packers. They'll end up beating the fucking Lions. Then they'll lose to Houston. They'll lose to the Packers, and then they'll beat the fucking Vikings again. That's what's going to end up happening. They'll go 8-8, and nothing will change.
They still have the Jags on the schedule, too. I think that's the only game left on the schedule they win.
I don't know. Jake Button was tossing that ball all over the field a couple last week.
So I have a let's shift from this fucking terrible game to some bets. I have a parlay that I think is pretty for $10. I would throw $10 on this parlay. That's just me. I have the Bears money line and Cole Kmet anytime touchdown.
Throw it away. Throw it away already. Bears money line.
Send me that $10.
Well, you guys just don't think the Bears are going to win, period. So obviously you're going to think that's a bad bet.
This is the second week in a row that are you still on your period from last week or what?
What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, the Bears with a anytime Cole Kmet touchdown. $10 can win you $238. I take that fucking bet every day.
All right.
Every
It's
fucking
not bad. It could happen. It could happen.
Hey, the last time I made a bet on the Bears winning and a Cole Kmet touchdown, just those two things, I won. So maybe that's the problem. Every time after that, I started getting fancy with it. The Bears, Cole Kmet, first touchdown. This
Kicker
guy,
with a touchdown.
I think that's a solid parlay. Two things have to happen. For $238, sign me up every fucking time.
Who's our punter? We see him all the time. What the hell's his name?
What the fuck is his name?
I don't know.
I know it, but I just forgot it because you put me on.
I know he's a monster. He's like 6'6", like 390 pounds.
What the fuck is his name?
390 pounds?
We literally see the guy 8 times a game.
Yeah. What the fuck is his name?
All right. Well,
Now
while
I'm
you're
all
looking
fucking
that up,
confused.
Go ahead, Ty. What's your bet?
I got some fantasy streamers for the week if you're in a tight situation.
Pat O'Donnell.
Pat O'Donnell.
There it is. QB this
Pat
week.
O'Donnell with a touchdown. I'm pretty sure it's plus 10,000. Hit it. Put $10 on it right now. Watch that shit happen. Watch him rush for a 1-yard touchdown tonight.
Why?
Well, where'd he go?
Why would he run for a 1-yard
I'm here.
touchdown? He wouldn't be out there 1 yard. Anyways,
The
Tyler,
Bears
go ahead.
have officially activated Lamar Miller for Monday's game.
Yup. Boom. I'm telling you right now. Push the over. Play the over. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't play the fucking over. This game is
Last time I saw Lamar Miller, he looked at the back end of a Volkswagen. He looked like he ate Lamar Miller.
He actually, I think, tore his ACL the last time he was playing football. So
this will be his first game active since he tore his ACL.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Knock on wood, he doesn't tear it again.
All right. But QB for this week, I got Derek Carr and Drew Lock. Derek Carr is my preferred play out of those two if you guys need a QB for this week. Running back, none of these guys are good, but I got DJ Dallas with Carlos Hyde and Chris Carson being out again this week. Wayne Gallman with Devontae Freeman being put on IR. And Ryan Nall. We might have to remove that now that Lamar Miller's in. What were you saying, Angela?
I was going to say, if the Bears were smart, they would just play those two guys. They would fucking get rid of the Cordero Patterson thing. Just run Ryan Nall and Lamar Miller the whole game because you have a better chance of gaining yards with guys who actually play the position for a living than throwing a fancy Cordero Patterson.
What do you mean? Cordero?
Real quick, I'm not opposed to like a Cordero jet sweep at the right time, but I'm not looking for him to run up the fucking middle. Like,
well,
that's just
a wide receiver here. I got Nelson Aguilar, Tim Patrick, and Cordell Patterson.
What a jerk!
He's just getting all nice about the Bears lately. What's going on with him?
Maybe it's because they're that bad that he just feels bad for us.
Because they have no other option besides Jalen Robinson and Cordero Patterson this week.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're in a sticky situation, you got to throw a dart throw out there. I think Cordell Patterson could get himself some work. He's got a nice floor of around 5-6 points for this week.
I think Anthony Miller could have a big game.
Is it bad? Is it bad? I mean, is it bad that being a Bears fan to me this year is like that expression when you have lemons, make lemonade, you know? But in the other way, like me being a Bear fan this year is like when you have lemons, just cut them open and squirt them in your eyes. Is that bad? Because that's how I feel being a Bears fan this year.
I think you're just living in negativity, Mike. I think you need to.
You know what? Fine. I'm a negative Nancy this year because my Bears fucking suck.
I get it. They do suck, but we can't just be
trash
mad
ass
all
team.
the time at them.
Trash ass team.
All right, tight end here. I got Logan Thomas and Jordan Reed. Logan Thomas, he just gets peppered with targets, but he doesn't really do much with them. If you're in a PPR league, he might get you 6 catches for about fucking 30 yards, but get the PPR points.
And Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet's available in 99.9% of leagues. He's possibly Angelo's betting the house that he's going to have a touchdown and the Bears win this week. So let's make it happen, boys.
Did you guys know that Jimmy Graham is the tight end 6 on the season so far in fantasy?
Well, yeah, he had all those red zone touchdowns, right?
And this is why I think that Cole Kmet's a good choice, right? Because we talked about hopefully that Laser sees the difference in the offense, right? What have we noticed about Jimmy Graham? He's a hell of a good target in the red zone, right? But from the 20 to the 20, he's terrible. He can't get away from anybody. So I'm hoping, and we've seen some nice catches from Cole Kmet when he's gotten the chance. Like a couple weeks ago when he had that over the top against the corner, pulled that shit in and ran it. I think if the Bears let this guy run a little bit more and try to target him, I think he's going to have at least one touchdown this week. Feel good about that. Anyways, keep going, Tyler.
I got a question for you, Angelo. How many of Cole Kmet's 6 catches on the year have been nice catches? What the hell?
I'd probably say 4 of the 6. Okay,
I'm tired of talking about the I'm tired of
look how often that he was targeted, though. How often has he been targeted? And he has 6 catches. So look that up.
He has 8 targets on the year.
Right. So he's had 6 catches on 8 targets, right? That's pretty fucking good if you ask me. So why don't we get him some more targets and hope that ratio still plays out? Mike's over there.
All right. I have a couple bets here too. I have Tampa Bay minus 5.5 against the Panthers. Robert Woods over 59.5 receiving yards against that trash Seattle defense. And J.D. McKissick over 4.5 receptions. Last week, once Alex Smith took over in that game, J.D. McKissick was peppered with 14 targets, and he brought in 9 of them.
Right. Those are all good. I like those. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap this up.
I got one more bet. All
right, let's do it.
So Cole Kmet is plus 4,800. Listen. Plus 4,800 for the first touchdown scored. Bro, if you throw $10 on that, you have a chance to win $480.
No, he has to the Bears have to score first.
Right. First touchdown score. Right.
Send me the $10. I'll pay you out if he scores a touchdown first. Send me the $10.
Well, this is on FanDuel.
All right, guys. We gotta roll. NFL action is about to kick off now. Week 10 is about to be in the books. Sorry about last week. Fat Mike show was not available because Fat Mike was dealing with a lot of stuff. So let's kick ass this week. We got our picks made. We got our bets in. Let's get it going, guys. And you enjoy football. Angelo, thank you for running everything today. Tyler, thanks for being with us again today. And we will see you guys next week, okay?
Go Bears.
All right.
Peace.
Go Pack, go.